Right, so many of you guys might be wondering about the Apple Silicon release schedule. Well, today we have a report that might shed some light regarding this, and so let's delve into it. But first, make sure to like and subscribe for the latest Apple news and rumors. And with that being said, let's just talk in. Right, so this report's coming from the Commercial Times. They're not a very credible source, and they have not leaked very much info, so do take this with a grain of salt. But they believe we're going to see new Apple Silicon chips drop every 18 months. So some of you guys might be disappointed that we're not seeing a refresh every 12 months like we see with the iPhones, but of course you've got to remember the redesigned Macs with their new chips are very good and should be more than enough for consumers for a very long period. I mean, take for example the new MacBook Pros. They have pretty much everything we want in a MacBook, and so I can see why Apple's in no rush to upgrade them with new chips. Also, do remember the X version of A chips used to release every 18 months, and of course in many ways the M series is a spiritual successor to those chips, and so it does make sense these Macs also stick to the schedule. But anyways, coming back to this report, do I agree with this? Well, yes, for the most part I do, but first let's delve into why I would prefer a 12-month cycle. You see, the issue with the release every 18 months is that of course the release dates for these models are gonna be all over the place. And I think that's the biggest issue with the Mac range, because we never know when it is the right time to buy a new Mac, since a new Mac could drop anytime soon. And yes, I understood with the Intel Macs, Apple had no control on the release dates since they were waiting on Intel to make their new chips. But now with Apple Silicon, I was kinda hoping that of course, much like the iPhone, we see specific months dedicated to specific Mac refreshes. So for example, maybe March is for new MacBook Airs, October is for the MacBook Pros, WWDC would be for the iMac and the Mac Pro, and so of course, every single year we can expect new Macs to release during those months. And so that makes purchasing new Macs much easier for consumers, since they know if it's Jan and they're planning to get a MacBook Air, they can of course wait till March for the new model. Also, do remember that once Apple's done redesigning their Macs, the design's gonna stay the same for the next 4 to 5 years. And so of course, replacing these Macs on a yearly basis is gonna be pretty simple, since all they need to do is of course replace the M1 chip with the M2, and then of course the M3 variants, the M4 variants, and so on. So yeah, those are my thoughts guys, but tell me in the comments below, what do you think is going to be the release schedule for these new Apple Silicon chips? Anyways guys, thank you for watching, make sure to like and subscribe for the latest Apple news and rumors. Check out the video in the card above on details regarding the iPhone 14 series, and on that note, I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya peeps!